Hey guys, have you ever wondered if your thoughts come from your brain?
Isn't that all our thoughts come from our brain?
Here's a true story. In 1998, in an ordinary classroom in Tibet, a 9-year-old boy named Dorje Sthar suddenly began singing for hours. But this wasn't just any singing. His mind seemed absent.
Was he like possessed?
At first, his teacher was confused and angry.
Hey, Dorje, sit down and stop being naughty.
But he seemed lost, so she tried to stop him. But as she walked closer, she noticed something strange. There was no way a 9-year-old could come up with this on his own. Because the song wasn't a simple tune, it was complex, poetic masterpiece filled with elegant sentences and a grand epic plot. And his singing was flawless, without a single mistake or stutter. So then she realized the significance of the moment and quickly recorded Dorje's song to preserve it. But he continued for hours until she had to wake him up, fearing he might exhaust himself. After finally he woke up, she asked him carefully, "What happened, my boy?" Then Dorje told her something that shocked everyone. It all started with a strange dream. During the class, actually Dorje wasn't listening because he had fallen asleep and dreamed that he arrived at a vast plain. While enjoying herding his livestock, two strange men in strange costumes approached him on horseback. Then they told him, "We have been looking for you. It's great that you are here." Confused, Dorje asked, "What?" Without answering, they handed him a stack of thick books and told him to do something bizarre.
Eat them.
How are you supposed to eat books?
Very simple. Open your mouth, put them in, and swallow. In dreams, anything is possible, right?
Okay.
So Dorje was confused but ate the books anyway. The teacher now understood. Dorje's song wasn't just any song. It was the longest song in entire human history.
How long?
A whopping 20 million words spread across 120 volumes. It's even enlisted in the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list.
Wow. How long would it take to sing all that? Must take forever to sing.
That's like 25 times the length of the Bible and 20 times the Game of Thrones.
I didn't believe it until I saw them.
Jeez. But what is this epic about?
It's called the Epic of King Gazar.
Is he like a god, or do you mean a real king?
He's real. There's even a temple with his armor and swords on display you can visit. Born into a poor family and made a living by grazing livestock, he and his mom lived in a wandering lifestyle and depended on each other for survival. But long story short, he became a king later.
That's way too short.
Okay, here's more. After growing up, he defeated evil kings and demons, ended 100 years war between 150 tribes, developed farming and herding for his people around this place called Ling in Tibet.
Okay.
But the epic isn't just about him. It's been the way the people pass knowledge through generations. It covers history, nature, philosophy, and cultural values. It's so vast that no one can sing it all on his own. The song is a mix of rapping and singing. And it's really hard to perform. But there's an even greater mystery surrounding the performance.
Oh, so there are more people like Dorje?
They are called the Gazar bards, but not everyone's like Dorje. Most performers learn by listening to other bards. These are the Thosgron, but the most mysterious ones are the ones who has never learned about it, but they suddenly can perform it after a dream. And these gifted ones are called Prabdrong, meaning divinely inspired. This remains a mystery even to the researchers on these bards.
Interesting. But what inspired them?
To understand this, we need to talk about the mysterious Terma, the buried treasure in the spiritual world. When Buddhism was brought to Tibet the first time by the monk Masantbhava, he believed Tibetans were not ready for some Buddhism ideas at the time, as the idea would seem too strange to them. So he buried some ideas in his teachings deep in the spiritual world, when the time is right, the ideas will emerge like inspiration to some people. They'll intuitively come up with an idea that made no sense before, or gain insight into something. Then they'll feel the urge to write it down or act on it, allowing the idea to manifest in reality. This buried idea or treasure is known as Terma by the Tibetans.
Oh, so how does this Terma affect their life? Like how about Dorje? What happened to him?
Oh, he's grown up now. Dorje has dedicated his life to the epic. Since 2013, while studying at University of Tibet, every morning he would record his performance at the library. Till 2022, he had completed over 20 volumes.
But how about prodigy, like Mozart? Could they just be prodigy with a different brain from others?
The truth is either the kids are so smart that they can remember the stories and put it out in poetic words, like epic, but they claim it was King Gazar who gives them the talent, or this memory truly streams from another source outside their brains, like Terma. Which one do you believe? If you want to explore more on this, stay around for more stories.